Well, let's move to our summary. I love how you kind of like button everything together. And you kind of titled this, what are the 5 things that buyers consider when they're going to be buying a home? Because this really helps us maybe as potential sellers. How do we organize our thinking and where to be investing our time and energy? So what's number one? I bet everybody out there knows.
Location, location,
There we
location.
go. There we go. We got a big estate there. That's Rollins College in the background and Lake
Yes.
Osceola. And yeah.
So like when a buyer, I don't think necessarily a buyer even really thinks like specifically, what are these are all the things, but it's kind of like when you see it, you're going to figure out like, I see this is why they bought this home and they didn't buy this home. But obviously location is something, you may have a great location or you may not have a great location, and that's okay. But location is a factor,
Yep,
obviously. Functionality, how's the floor plan? There are people who want that open floor plan. Maybe you don't have it, and that's okay. Maybe they, want the 3-car garage and we have a 1.5-car garage, or, just the functionality of, is the master upstairs. There's things you can change and things you can't change. And functionality, unfortunately, you can't really change a whole lot of that. Condition. Now that's going to have to do more about the 4-point. They want, how old is the roof? How old are the ACs? Do they have to replumb? Stuff like that. Big ticket items.
Yeah.
Buyers are always asking that because they have to factor that into the cost, especially with higher interest rates. They're having to put, a little bit more money down, and then they have less to be able to put into a house. So that's, and then of course, features and updates. As you see this gorgeous backyard, we all know that backyard with the pizza oven and the covered the patio with your little bar area. Buyers love, they're like, what do you want in your house? I want a pool. I want a spa, or, I do not want to renovate anything. I want it perfect, or I want it all white. I mean, what have you? Just, the features and updates are very important. Now, out of those 4 things, you may be able to change like your features and updates
A little bit, yeah.
but you're not really, and you might want to put money into some of the conditions, but if you don't have a lot of money, let's say you don't want to do any of those things, there's only one variable that makes up for all those, and that's
Price.
the price.
Yeah.
So, if you're not in a great location, you kind of have to adjust the price accordingly. If the functionality, if the master's upstairs, sometimes, unfortunately, there are statistics that show most homes with masters upstairs often do take a little longer, which means they could sell a little bit less, but you never know. The condition, price is that variable, but those are the 5 things that everybody looks at when they're looking, buyers looking for homes.